Wait,
Oh, that is so funny. We did all our introductions and everything.
Oh.
I just went over to it and I was like, wait, why does it still say we're scheduled?
We're about to have the shortest introductions ever because I don't think we're all going through that again.
Oh my god, I forgot to hit live. That is
Just thought
so
I'd point
hilarious.
that out.
can I just say
Sorry.
all hail Amber for having noticed that?
Yeah. We could have done the entire show like that.
I told you.
Why is
my
nobody
whole
talking
day-
to us? But whatever.
my whole day, I've like been scheduling stuff, so I just happened to look up and go, "Why does it say scheduled? I didn't schedule this. It should be live."
All right, take 2. I'm Jace. I write shit. Amber.
I'm Amber. I also write shit and may try to write today. I don't know.
Charlie.
I have done and stuff. Bella 2 project, not technical bad.
Meadow.
Hi, I write stuff. I'm not writing anything today, and I'm going to stream Overwatch later. Cool.
And Chloe.
Sick cat, feeling better, massive cat medical debt. I'm going to write today.
Yay.
Oh my! Oh my! Like,
I love the abbreviated intros.
Yeah. Oh, we can see LDR this shit. It's fine.
I was like, why is nobody commenting on poor Chloe and her sick cat? And I just like it all clicked. I'm like, oh shit!
right? Like, I can't believe nobody's giving cat love. Like, this is the internet. What is wrong? Like, what is wrong?
Also, like, I am talking pineapple right now because I'm so ridiculous with this cat that I'm sitting in the living room so I can sit with him because he's not allowed in my room right now because he's having, health issues. So I'm literally like, this is the level of extreme that I've gone with this cat because now, like, I'm in it for life with this cat after this death that I am in.
That is another thing that I did when I was nursing Luna back to health is I removed the frame from my bed so that it was sitting on the floor so she couldn't go under there and hide.
Oh my God. We have had the worst time. I have a sofa that's flipped upside down right now because I had to stitch up the bottom of it because he was hiding in it this morning. We have to give him meds 3 times a day and he is more problematic than most cats with meds. So yes, we've absolutely had to knock him out from under my bed with a broom. I get it.
Yeah, I had her in here, no bed frame. I had a litter box in here. I fed her. I had to make a slurry out of medicated food and water and use a giant syringe and squirt it through her feeding tube and then flush it with water to get it all in there.
Oh God, that sounds terrible.
And I did that 3 times a day for 2 months.
Yeah, no, thank you. I would. I don't know how I would do it. I had this like complete breakdown the other day because this is absolutely a 2-man effort with this cat. He is a husky boy and he's got that like extra husky strength about him. So like it's a 2-man job doing this stuff. And like I had that breakdown of, oh my God, I'm going to move out and I'm not going to be able to take care of my cat anymore because I'm not strong enough for this cat. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine now. But like that was part of my week as well.
Now in chat, we have Devin and we have Spence and we have Sage. And Sage was invited to this but could not come because husband is doing pew-pew game times. So it would just be noise from Sage's end. And Cat is getting ready for work. And CB says, oh, the poor cat. See, now we're finally getting people responding.
I thought the internet was just broken because, when have you ever seen the internet not go, Kitty? Like, it doesn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know.
Although, with you guys talking about Vela and me having Vela ideas and sort of a start to something on Vela, and you two are talking about a second story for Vela already, and it's not even out yet.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm feeling like the biggest slacker in the world.
Well, you got to remember, I wrote like an entire novel last year and just went, I don't know, I'll figure out something to do with this because it's extremely episodic. And I don't know if people are going to be happy with it being this episodic. And then Amazon was like, episodes, did you say? Huh?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go.
Well, then. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the same for me. Mine is just a second manuscript that I never did anything with. It is fully published. It's fully edited. It's ready to publish. I just never did it. So I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm ever going to actually publish this thing if I don't force myself to do it. And it's not my usual work. It's contemporary romance. There's nothing outside of contemporary romance with it. So, well, it's erotica, I guess, but anyways, I may as well throw it out there to Vela and see what happens. Like this,
Contemporary hardcore romance.
right? It is, for like all intents and purposes, 50 Shades of Grey. It's obviously it's not, but like if I try to hit all of its keywords, it's the same keywords.
See, and y'all have me like, I really have another type of series I want to start writing, but I was going to start it after this book, after I finish Unknown Origins. So I'm like, the more y'all talk about it, the more I want to have it ready and out there and be, one of the starters. But I'm like, then I'm going to forget where the fuck I was going with this book.
Well, the good thing is that it's not, so we still don't have a date for when Vela's coming out.
Right.
And you don't, as long as you are comfortable with publishing chapters before the book is finished, it's not like you need that much of your book already out there. My goal with the one that's not already written is to have 10 chapters ready by the time Vela goes live. And not have all 10 of them already available at that point, but have that like backlog. So I don't have to worry about like missing release dates on it. But yeah, so it's something where like if you just have like a moment where you want to take a week off or whatever, or like spend one day a week working on another project for a change of pace, you can do that.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like, I'm typing this one because at the time I couldn't handwrite. So like this one's on the computer, but it'd be nice to like go back to handwriting and get that creative side of me going again, because I realized writing just on a computer, if I'm not at the computer, I don't think about it. And that's never the way I was before. I think that's part of why like I'm getting this roadblock, because I'm not sitting there and able to reread it all the time. So thought about just, like coming up with an outline for that story and just handwriting it and getting that inspiration going again for myself, and then put it up when it comes out.
Or, and I'm saying this deliberately to trigger Charlie, you can just pick something that, wouldn't work anywhere else and just throw it up on Vela.
Well, oddly enough,
you succeeded.
Based that idea you gave me about the tires, I really want to use it, but I can't use it in my Western shifter that I want to write. That's the one I would put on Vela. So like now I'm like outlining the next book to try to figure this one little fucking scene into wrapping the whole book around it.
I heard my blinds jostle. I look over and Noelle was standing up on the windowsill, still half naked.
Woo.
And I freaked out for a minute. I was like, "Get your ass down there! Your freaking butt's out! Like, get down!"
Does not understand modesty yet.
And Noelle continuing to be the most relatable one.
Puts a whole new thought to window show. Curtain call.
Silence in the library.
All right, are we ready to do a sprint?
I
Absolutely.
suppose.
And I'm not in the
If
library.
I
anymore.
must be.
I didn't forgot they.
Oh yes, and for those of you who don't know, it is International Goth Day and International Clitoris Day.
Woo!
So you may celebrate one or both or neither.
Well, I know how I'm going to celebrate one of them later.
Go break out that goth makeup.
How did you know?
And put it on.
Let me just put it this way.
Now whose phone is doing the talking?
My friend that I was concerned about earlier sent me a picture of his cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. But again, I'm not goth. So,
That's okay. Nobody's perfect.
There's no point in dressing up today. It's raining. I can't go out and do anything with it.
I will
Okay,
listen to Jack Off Jill for everybody.
Oh man, they're so much fun.
All right, let me get this ready and we can sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is number 1 down.
I have a question while I'm thinking about it before I forget. Noelle came over insisting on sitting on my lap so she could sing a song for karaoke. Her words. Are we going to do karaoke this month?
Ah, the dreaded question. I'm always on the fence, and then when it happens, I'm like, okay, I'm having fun.
I mean, I can host again if you want, but like, it is technically your turn if you wanted to.
Technically.
There is the added hitch of, oh no, that's not that weekend. That's not next weekend. That's the weekend after. That is the write-a-thon.
Let me look at the calendar. May, the last Sunday would be the 30th.
Yeah.
What weekend is the write-a-thon?
It's, I believe, the weekend after.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm only asking because Noelle came over. I want to sing a song for karaoke. I want to sit on your lap and sing a song for karaoke. And I was like, okay, all right, you can sing a song. I mean, it's not karaoke, but you can sing a song. And she sat on my lap and started singing Theodosia from Hamilton.
Aww.
It's her favorite
Of
song.
course.
Yeah. I'll host karaoke next weekend.
Cool.
Don't let us pull your leg or anything.
Yeah, except the thing is I haven't advertised it or anything, so
Right.
impromptu karaoke right now.
Well, it's only like a week away. You have time to promote it.
And then we have all of Pride Month.
I really want to do something for Pride Month. I just
Okay.
don't know what.
So we have to do gay-themed karaoke for Pride Month. Like, only songs either about or written by LGBT people.
Ooh.
Or gay icons. Because, let's face it, you got to do Madonna and Cher.
Yeah, okay. Written by, or by gay icons. There you go.
Technically, Demi Lovato just came out as non-binary, so that opens her up.
Wait, really?
Yes. And
Yeah.
it has been a Demi Lovato week in my house. Also, the new album is amazing. So, yeah.
I love
And
it.
also phrasing.
Yeah.
Because that opened her up.
Dang.
She was like, I don't know that I can see her as non-binary because she's done so much Disney stuff.
I don't know. I've been feeling all week that I may have the ability to hear a certain ringtone that only non-binary people make, because all of their music, the more I listen to it, I was like, honey, are you sure you're not one of us? I resonate to this song in a way that I don't think you intended, but and then when they came out, I was just like, oh, okay, maybe I was listening to that song properly.
Well, even if they weren't non-binary, still count as LGBT because bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
So, double whammy right there. Now we have 2 reasons.
All the reasons.
So, and Spence said at the beginning, or right before the break, that she is spending the sprint unpicking the themes of her t-shirt/sweater she decided to impulsively make last night. And I said, so for International Goth Day, you're going to destroy a sweater? I'd say that's more pop punk.
I know that is kind of on brand.
It is.
I mean, I wore so many distressed sweaters. Like, if you distress them just right, they have kind of like a ragged, like somewhere between a mummy and a broken chainmail look. Like,
Give you that Jason look with the red sweater. That's
yeah.
Or you spend $120 buying one that's already been distressed for you.
Which honestly, like, part of me feels like that's a ripoff, but then there's part of me that has actually distressed a sweater and knows how much work that is, and I'm just like, yeah.
That's why it's like, why would I pay to buy a pair of jeans that have holes in it? Do you know how long it takes to put the holes in just right?
Just
a long
right.
time.
Yeah, that's the key phrase right there. Just right. Because putting holes in things, not hard. Making the holes look good, really difficult.
Putting holes in things without making the thing completely fall apart.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Ooh, takes a long time. Takes a long time.
yeah.
And just so people know we're not ignoring them, we had Charlie come in. Hello, Charlie. And Laura came in. Hello, Laura. And Laura's new bookcases were delivered.
Woo!
They're extra tall, so like you're gonna have to put in an Instagram picture and let me see exactly how tall they are.
Yeah, she mentioned them on my stream last night that she was getting extra tall bookshelves.
And CB has to finish this weekend, or finish this by Wednesday at the latest, because that at least gives 5 days to plan the next one.
I technically only wrote 70 words, but I reread and edited the last chapter to remind myself where I was. So.
And Laura started painting again.
I'm eating pork fried rice because yum.
I tried to post an ARC thing, and I thought it was just going to be like 2 minutes and then moving on to everything else, and then it was a whole nightmare. So I just finished it like 2 minutes ago while everybody was chit-chatting about Demi Lovato. But it's still posted, so I can actually work on the next sprint.
Yeah, that's in my to-do list, is make 3 Instagram posts and schedule them. I don't think that's happening today. That might be a tomorrow thing.
This was just getting a book up for ARC readers on Story Origin, but then like I wasn't logged into Story Origin, and I wasn't logged into my email when I went to get the email link for Story Origin, and then they require samples in addition to the actual thing. So then I had to like go over to the document and make a sample out of it, and then convert the sample in Calibre because it had to be in EPUB and Mobi. I'm like, all right, well, thanks for like making this way more complicated than it needed to be for a 20,000 word novella. Okay.
I feel that.
Yeah, like this should have been, I already had the blurb and everything ready to go. It should have been, like if I was putting it on Booksprout, it would have taken me a minute and a half to do.
There are things that I love about Book Origin, and there are things that just make me want to hit it in the head with a hammer.
Yeah. I like how thorough it is until I have to like be thorough alongside it.
Yes. You should be better so I don't have to. Thank you.
Right.
And now I know that we haven't been chatting very long, but and it looks like we've only been live for 40 minutes. However, some of us thought we were live for about 15 minutes more than that.
I have never felt more called out in my life.
Yeah. I mean, it was a self call out on Jace's part. This is his fault, not ours.
That was my fault.
Noelle disappeared and she was being really quiet, and so I was like, Noelle, where are you? And she's like, I'm over here. Okay, well, where is that? I'm right here in the basket. I'm like, I can't see you. So what room are you in? I'm right here in the basket. So I had to get up and go look, and she took the laundry basket and in the kitchen, and she's just sitting in the laundry basket.
I feel that. That's a mood right there.
I'm right here in the basket. Okay, but where is right here? And where is the basket?
Laura says the bookcases are 93 inches tall.
How much is that in feet? Because
What is
Well,
it,
60
18,
is
17?
5 feet. So 30 would be 3 feet. 60 and 30 would be 9 feet.
Mm.
No.
Are you sure about that?
Because I'm not
It
thinking.
would be about 8 feet,
Yes.
roughly 8 feet.
Can I just say, I did not know I had to be sure about anything before coming onto this train, and feel like this is an unfair burden being placed upon us all.
7.75 feet.
I
Cool.
can't help it that
Yeah.
I'm gaslighting myself. All
Y'all
right.
didn't tell me we were going to be requiring math today.
Yes, it is also International Math Day. Okay. I have the next timer up. We have the jellyfishes. And we will sprint in the 3, the 2, the 1 to go. The jellyfish have gone away. How did people do on that sprint? I know Charlie in chat said the jellyfish are oddly satisfying to just stare at.
They are. They
And she
really
named the small one John.
Well, quiet.
are.
Ugly.
Noelle, other people are talking.
Child. Ugly. Okay, I guess I'll just be muted for a while.
I got 422 words.
Dang. I watch stuff.
I looked over that old project because I probably will be doing
No?
one more editing pass on it, just because the last editing pass was in like 2018.
That's only 3 years ago.
Yeah, but like different brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I might actually do like an audio, a text to voice thing for it for, better editing. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how did Charlie do this one?
I've been working on the cover for the Vela project because I already had some art of Ellis and Mother Soteria that I really liked, that I was like, I could probably mash these together and make a really nice cover. And it's taking a lot more work to get it to do the thing I wanted to do, but I think I'm there.
Cool. Spence did the correct seam allowance on the sweater, decided it's probably going to stay a sweater, and probably needs a peplum or ruffle, so it got put in the pile for later.
Understandable.
I don't know what a peplum is, because I am not in the sewing world.
A peplum is like, when like some tops kind of flare at the bottom, but like it's a fairly thick ridged flare. It's that.
Usually the tops that I know that flare at the bottom tried bottoming and it didn't work out for them.
That's fair. I accept that joke.
And CB got 362 words.
And I bought it, so. Thank you.
But there is something CB said earlier that I really want to address. And what she said was, I am hinting at Stucky as one of my pairings. However, I am not LGBT everything, so I am not going to write any of the intimate scenes because in my tiny mind, that's misappropriation, and I would hate to offend. Now, later on, you said, aside from which I have a difficult enough time with the hetero scenes, that's fine. Not wanting to do the sexy times. However, I am very, very, very much against the whole writing someone else's minority as misappropriation.
Same.
I am like, you write all of them?
So I agree with write all of them, but I feel like there's also a problem where MM has become so fetishized in romance that you've got all these romance authors, these women who like that's all they write, and I get like a weird feeling with that. And I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions, of course, but like, and I absolutely think that if CB wants to write it, I know that that's not all that CB writes, so it's totally fine. Like, I absolutely agree with you in this situation, but I do also think that there's a bit of a problem with fetishizing of gay men in straight or like in romance for women, if that makes sense. Yeah.
As a gay man, fetishize them.
I don't know. Yaoi proved to me that fetishization is harmful, and I don't like it. But like, as long as you know how anatomy works, I'm fine. The only time I have a problem with people writing outside their own voice is if they're going for traditional publication, because they literally will slot a book with a black protagonist written by a white author over a book with a black protagonist written by a black author.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Do that.
that's a horrible practice that they're in. So, like, if in TradPub, definitely no. Like, but
Yeah.
that's not what you're doing. So,
Yeah. And fanfic, it's totally fine.
yeah, and fanfic
Well,
is fine.
And if you were gonna go, the traditionally published or publishing it, period, a sensory reader or a sensitivity reader. Oh, I'll be back. The dog got out.
But yeah, sensitivity readers are a really good thing to have, especially if you are concerned. I try to employ them when I can, because there are some characters that I am very mindful of harmful tropes, and one of the hardest things when writing is when you're so conscious of a harmful trope that you're not wanting to fall into, that you go into this like whole other place that's also not good. So
yes. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And like, I've had the weirdest arguments with other authors about that, because it's that colorblind where like you completely ignore somebody's culture just to like not offend their culture. And I've definitely seen people go to like that level on things where they're just like throwing these terms at people without actually, or at characters, without actually making those characters those things, whatever they happen to be.
I also like feel this like with the like Gangel character that was so popular for such a long time, that would just like, hi, I'm here to show up and be absolutely 100% celibate, but I'm the gay one. And I have absolutely no feels for anyone of any gender, but I'm the gay one. And I'm just here to make the female protagonist's life better because I have no wants, wishes, or ambitions of my own.
Yes, exactly. The labeling them as something, but not actually making them that thing. And the hilarious thing about the Gangel specifically is that you're also deleting aces when you do that. Like, there is actually a person that you can put into this role. Hi.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, like you just make them ace, and then it's totally fine. Everything they're doing is on brand for ace.
I would counter that with, in the era of the Gangel, ace was not very well understood.
This is fair, but like that's how we make it understood, right? Like you do your fucking research.
The Gangels still happen.
Yeah.
Yes, the Gangel still happened. I'm just saying replacing it with the ace character probably wouldn't have happened because people didn't really understand that was a valid thing.
Until like, what was it, season 5 or 6, I don't know the difference between Will as an ace person or as a gay man. Like, I don't know where the like he's just there to make Grace's life better. Like,
yes,
his only purpose in existence is to be her GBF and the angel that swoops in and saves her from all of the malarkey that she gets into. And
and it was also in that era where if the character was gay, specifically a gay man, if the character was a gay man who was actively a gay man and there was evidence that he was actually gay and not ace, then he was somehow a villain.
Yep.
Like as soon as he was sleeping with another man, he was doing it to blackmail that other man. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know it's hard to do because Megan Mullally is the gayest thing that has ever gayed in the history of the universe, just by her very nature of being. But if Megan Mullally is the gayest thing on your show that has 2 titular gay men in it,
Oh, she had one of my favorite lines of all time. And that was, oh, honey, you fell off the very top branch of the gay tree and you hit every gay branch on your gay way down. And then you landed on a gay man. And you did him.
Because I am such a big fan of hers, and I get it. Like, she is a gay man trapped in a woman's body. Like, yes. Like, when she says that about herself, I'm like, I hear you talk.
Who are we talking
you
about?
are definitely Megan Mullally.
Oh.
Like, you are definitely one of us, but But yeah,
But,
I don't
yeah.
see anything wrong with it. As long, like I said, as long as you're not going for traditional publishing, I don't care.
But yeah, in your particular case, though, I can see with you not wanting to do it just because it's like intimacy, not because it's gay.
Can I just say one thing though about relationships in fiction and especially fan fiction? I think like holding hands and just like being with each other is so much more intimate than the smut that happens
Mm-hmm.
in there, because there's a difference between intimacy and smut. Like I'm not against smut at all, but like you could do a lot just with like glances and hand touching that would really rev people's engines a lot more than dirty naughty time, just because it's so underrepresented.
I think that's one of the reasons I like, Pride and Prejudice so much, because there's not any of that. There's just the light hand touch and the light, the feeling of what could happen or what their emotions are going through at such small connections.
And that's the basis of romance in general. Is it's not about the getting your physical needs met. It's about the connections, the intimacy.
And especially in fan fiction, it just goes like, oh, hi, I like you. Guess what? I like you too. The naughties.
Yeah. Like there's no actual romance in a lot of fan fiction.
Which
like,
again,
I want the actual romance. Like if the sex is called for, great, but like I'm really here for the romance.
And again, nothing wrong with the naughties. Nothing wrong. Have no problem with that. But, a little bit of like hand holding, like there's a reason for a long time I just stopped watching American romances and started watching nothing but Bollywood, because they're not allowed to even kiss on film, at least for a long time. Like there's some lawsuits going on now because they actually let two characters kiss, and it's like burning Bollywood down. But because of the censorship laws, you can't even touch, so they have to do everything through like glances and slight touches, and it's so much more because it goes back to that Jane Austen thing that we were just talking about, right? Because that they can't show anything else. That's why there are a lot of dance numbers in Bollywood, because they couldn't show the bedroom scenes, so they cover that up through like really suggestive dancing and musical numbers.
And I think that's why I like the 1800s and stuff like that, because I love the innocence of it that brings that connection so much closer.
Yep.
What?
So we have turned this into a symposium on romance.
I wanted to say something that I'm really proud of is in my stories that I'm working on with Marcus for the Can Develop, that's going to be that whole series. I'm really proud that our most well-developed, healthy relationship is with our two main gay characters. And like they are the most well-developed characters we have ever created. And it has nothing to do with them being gay. They just are the most well-developed characters we have, and their relationship is the healthiest relationship in all of the books that we have. And I'm just like, we were talking about it yesterday on the phone, and I was like, man, like, we couldn't have had a healthy relationship with the characters that we actually can identify with, like the straight couples, because he's straight and I'm a woman. So like, no, it had to be the gays. And we're like, yes, these characters are amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping will end up happening with the book I'm working on now, that started as an innocent romance and became this whole other thing that, like, I didn't even put it in the romance category, because there will be a love pentagram probably by the end of it, but that's no longer the focus of the story.
Although something just came to my mind that came up in a video that I saw last week, that I love this person, I love their videos. This one sentence I said was so wrong in my head, and that is that we need representation. Well, not so much gay male representation. We have enough of that. That pissed me off.
Oh, I don't like that either.
No.
I mean,
wait,
We need the same amount of gay representation happening. We need the other ones to be caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what you're saying is we need to stop with the gay representation, the gay male representation, because, you know, we're saturated and we need to give other people a shot. It's not, no, it's gay male and the others, not gay male or the others.
I don't even
the same amount and increase everything else.
I don't
Yes.
even understand that, because most shows, especially like shows and a lot of books, that when they're just wanting to like, oh, we need to have a gay character, will add a lesbian character because they know that the fetishization by men will not harm their ratings. So it seems like so much. Like I'm not arguing in reverse. I'm just saying, in my experience, I see a lot more lesbians in shows.
Well, so I'm just gonna put it out there that we still suffer from that chasing Amy culture. That lesbians aren't really lesbians.
True.
So, and that is in no way like a contradiction to what you're saying. But the fact is that like you're 100% right that there is more lesbian representation, but people don't even recognize it as being gay representation. It's just a phase that they're going through.
Right. And who's to say there's more of either one unless you know every book out there?
Right.
Yeah.
It's certainly like if we're looking at books, there's certainly genres that favor one or the other. Definitely romance favors gay men, of course, but overall, I would say that it's probably fairly equal. But I do think that Charlie's probably more right that there are more lesbians, but again, they just don't. We just don't actually stand out. Like it's always just like a running commentary that like, oh, and that character's looking over there, but like whatever, we keep going.
Well, and I think a lot of it comes with society. Like people became okay with seeing two women kiss on camera before they became okay with seeing two men.
Yep.
So yes, it's going to seem like there's more of one than the other because society said one was okay before the other.
Yeah.
One thing that bothers me is, I'm working on my cowboy romance stuff, and I was talking about it to somebody, and this has happened more than once, where they're asking me, like, how many are you going to write? And it's like, well, I have the first one is going to be a straight couple, the second one's going to be a lesbian couple, then it's going to be straight again, and then I'm going to do a gay couple. And they're like, oh, like Brokeback Mountain? I'm like, oh my God, why does that always the comparison that people make when I say I'm going to write a cowboy romance between two men?
Because gay content is always acceptable as long as it's tragic.
And it's like,
here we go.
I always respond, I was like, well, for one, Brokeback Mountain is not a romance because they don't have a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
for two, just because it's a cowboy setting with two men does not mean it's going to be this horrible, tragic thing. Like, they're going to have a happy, cute romance. They just happen to be two men.
Right.
Russell T Davies said when he sold Queer as Folk that the network was interested in it because they were going to focus so much on Justin's trauma from the gay bashing that he suffers in season 1, and that's what excited the straight people that were in charge of okaying funding. And I've heard stories like that from a lot of people because it's also true of like females in fiction. Like you can have a prominent gay character or a female character, so long as they suffer. They have to suffer. Make sure that they suffer.
But suffering is what makes TV shows.
See, the couple that I was telling you guys about earlier, one of the members of that, one of the gay people, he has trauma previously in his life because he grew up in a very religious Catholic family and his dad kicked him out for being gay. However, he doesn't experience any of that actively in the book because he meets somebody who actually is like, no, you're perfect the way you are. Forget about anybody else. And he has a happy, amazing romance with this dude. Like, I don't know.
See, and having them suffer is real to life, but to make it, something that should appeal to people, make the suffering the beginning, not the end point.
But if you actually pay attention to the stories, that's the point. We could have, especially at the beginning, and it's still true now, We were allowed a Philadelphia because he's slowly dying of AIDS. We could have a Boys Don't Cry because he gets killed terribly, and the whole thing is about why, because, you know, gender norms and whatever. We could have a Brokeback Mountain because it's sad at the end. Like these, that's a big component, and it's a holdover from the Hays Code, where you were allowed to have to hint at a character being gay as long as they were the villain or they were punished for their sin in the story. That mentality still pervades a lot of American media.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not in my writing. No, my gays get to be happy in the end.
And it's also the issue, the fact that if they did, like, you could do Brokeback Mountain with a happy ending, and then it would just be labeled as gay interest, and it wouldn't go mainstream.
Yep.
There's also that, like, if it is a romance within a gay couple, then it's not acceptable for mainstream. It is not marketed as a mainstream item. It is marketed as either gay interest or camp.
Yep.
And this is why, and I will go back to the series, the world that I can't seem to step away from because I love it so much, but that's why Love, Simon was such a huge deal. It wasn't because it was, you know, the first, you know, gay movie to, you know, be in theaters and stuff. No, it wasn't. It was because it was the first one that actually had a happy ending.
And it was popular.
And was popular.
Yeah.
And was targeted towards mainstream, not towards art houses.
Well, see, and I think, like, you know, like, for me, I've got 4 books that'll be all straight people, and then I don't know if I'm going to make him book 5 or 6, but, you know, later on in the series, the rest of the family, there's going to be a lesbian couple, and there's going to be a gay couple, and, you know, I think a lot of people think you have to either write that genre or not, because, you know, like with me, you get people hooked on your books, and then suddenly you throw something like that in, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? I thought you were a straight author.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's also that, well, why are you suddenly throwing this in, you know? And it's not really a double standard, but, like, as an author, you have to think, oh, well, am I going to hurt my fan base and things like that? And so a lot of people will specifically write one or the other because that's what's expected. Whereas I see everybody and I love everybody, and I'm not going to just write one type of person.
And that comes to, like, the thing where people think you have to have, you know, stick to 100% one type of audience.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gone back. I mean, I remember one interview back in the late 90s. I will say this one line, and Charlie, I know Charlie will know this. Wiki Martin, are you gay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the truth of that, if he were to answer 100% truthfully at that moment, it would be, I am not allowed to be straight or gay. I am not allowed to be anything. I am only allowed to be the fantasy for anyone who looks at me. If I say one thing or the other, I lose audience.
Yep. Which is why, like, I am just living for, like, Lil Nas X right now, because I've never seen a pop musician of that prominence just be that unabashedly gay. I mean, if you haven't read the lyric sheet for Call Me By Your Name, read it. Like, there's a line in there that I can't believe does not get censored in the censored version.
Are you talking about the load in the mouth while I'm writing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just really love the song anyway, but yes.
But, like, you would hear that in a straight song all day long. But, like, when you get, like, even a prominent queer musician like Sam Smith, right? The music is all like you, right? So you can put anybody else into that, and it's kind of, you know, straight washed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it could be anyone that he's talking about. Like, that song is very particular in some of its wording, and I
don't think there's any way you could assume that line in particular was about a straight couple, because there's no way. There's no way that a female could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that. And that's what I'm just living for, is seeing the queers take over, because we are allowed to have like unabashed media, and for people to go, well, fine, whatever. Let's live with that.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Megan. Megan has joined us. Hi.
The only thing with my LGBT stuff that I was worried about initially was like, I don't know if I'm comfortable writing gay, like male sex scenes, because I'm a woman. But then if I didn't write it, I'm going to cut the sex from all of my books, because I'm not going to write sex for the straight couples and not the gay couples.
And all you have to do is run the male scene by someone with a penis, and they can say, "Hey, it doesn't work like that," and it does this, because we have run into that.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have Jordan right here that can help me, like, with all of my gay stuff.
Yeah, we were reading one draft of something, and the writer said that one of the males in the sexual act willed his erection away. And I was like, oh honey, it does not work like that.
There would be so fewer boys going through puberty having awkward moments. Like, Trapper Keeper sales would not still be happening at the rate that they are if that were possible. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
they're not as necessary for like schoolwork, but they're still needed in schools. That's why they still sell. It's like,
Another thing that bothers me, I watched this video. It was talking about Brokeback Mountain again, and it said it was a joke saying somebody did like a fake article saying that they were going to make a female version of it, like they were going to remake it but with females instead of males. And somebody said that's not going to work, and here's exactly why. And they made like a YouTube trailer of what female Brokeback Mountain would look like, and 100% accurate, I think, that of how people would react. But the females were completely fetishized. It wasn't going to be a tragic thing, because everybody was going to be like, "Oh, it's hot when they're together."
Yeah,
and it's like, as frustrating
the
as
nails
that
all
is,
button way down. Yeah,
as frustrating as that is, that's probably true.
yeah, but if you made it not using the male gaze, like if it was filmed outside of the male gaze, like, that could be a very interesting movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like, even if it's filmed outside the male gaze, I still think that the males who fetishize women being together would still do it.
See, and I have actually thought deep into the other phenomenon that seems to be happening with the females fetishizing the gay male, the male-male relationships. And I really, really think it has to do with just the forbidden love. And that is what is attracting them so hardcore.
I think so too, honestly, because I don't get like the hots for gay relationships, but it's more
the feels.
It's more emotionally connected for me when it's like two men or two women or some sort of forbidden thing, because it's like, oh, they're still right for each other, but they can't be together because of reasons. And now in terms of like the sexualizing of it, I don't know, but for me, I prefer reading gay romances, and male or female, because it's, to me, I just connect to them better. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we were saying, it gets you on a deeper level than just sexual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, a lot of the times too, for me, is exploring relationships, like in my writing with like gay relationships. Like, example, the person who's came from the religious family, for me that was really cathartic because I came from a very religious family. I'm still not even out to my family because I'm so scared of how they would react to me being bisexual. And so I feel like it's easier for me to explore that part of my experience through a gay man than it is for me to in other characters. I don't know why. I feel like maybe it's because there's more outward like anti-gay stuff for gay men than there is for gay women.
Yeah, Spence says the stakes are higher because there used to be all the class stuff, and if you had a romance that was in a different class, then that was taboo, and people like were really, I'll say getting off on it, but I mean like emotionally getting off on it. And then, that started to fade as people stopped caring so much. And, racial stuff came in where, mixing races was what people were romanticizing. And, it's still, certain groups of people are still about it, but most people don't care. And, you see a mixed couple nowadays and very, very, very few people even bat an eye. But there's still, it feels like male is like the last forbidden frontier right now. And it's the last hope for the romance writers, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, just wait till people discover us NBs, because as somebody who has actually written a non-binary sex scene, the world's not ready for this. Like, I showed it to my husband. He's like, I feel weird things, but I don't know what they are. And I'm like, good.
I don't know. I think in terms of religion, people are way more outwardly against male couples than they are female couples, because male couples are the only ones that are specifically talked about in the Bible, as far as I'm aware. Like, I don't think there's any mention of women shall not lay with women kind of a situation going on there. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I am not I am not that genre of writer, but I do love the idea of Pride and Prejudice.
I feel like it has to exist somewhere on like fanfiction.net or AO3.
Actually, that sounds like it would be a really fun like collab project. Like, what's your favorite chapter in Pride and Prejudice? Let's go. Like, with like shared characters and like, yeah.
You know what that would be a good title for? An anthology.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the Pride Month thing, is because it doesn't look like Oral is doing an audio anthology. So maybe we could have Pride and Prejudice, a June anthology.
Yes. I love this idea.
I will not be involved because I am still not a fan of Pride and Prejudice.
No, it doesn't have to be that story.
No, just using that as the name.
That would be the title of the anthology, and everyone would make their own Pride story.
Gotcha. Okay, well then I could be involved instead.
Yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
Okay, we need to make this happen.
Spence says, do it, you beautiful gays.
Spence, you can absolutely participate. You don't have to be gay to love the gays.
You can be an ally.
And Pride Month is more than just one group.
And can I just say, I don't know what the word for it is, but romance stories between platonic friends are amazing. Somebody introduced me to some short stories that were basically like ace romances that are basically about like having a great friendship stories, but like, like there's some fun stuff that can happen there.
I'm confused about using the term romance for it though, because doesn't that automatically imply that they have a
that's why I said I don't know the word.
Right. Yeah.
I think there is one, but it's not coming to mind.
Okay, as long as we're on the same page. Because I was like, wait, how do you have a romance between platonic friendships? That doesn't make any sense.
See, and I just started listening to this audiobook where it's a Regency era, and there's two really good girlfriends talking about this guy, and I'm like, dude, y'all so like could be your own couple. Like, I want to write this. Like, I want to write you two together.
Write them together as a short story
Yeah.
for Pride and Prejudice.
So man, that would work perfectly. I could write the short that I wanted to write for the book, for the Pride and Prejudice.
And as someone who has participated in the last two audio anthologies, you just have to read it. You don't have to do anything fancy.
Mm-hmm. To say I've listened.
I feel called
to
out by that.
anthologies, but I don't know what the rules are to them, so y'all might have to tell me. But I'm definitely in on this one. I will make it happen, just because I wanted to write this short story anyway.
Whose channel wants to host the playlist? Because I can do that if you want, and then be the organized, the hub.
Oh, excellent.
Unless
Yeah,
you want
'cause
it
I
on your
can't-
channel.
Well, I can't really super do a like an opening video or anything because I just don't have the technological means. Like, you know how to do that shit.
I'm too busy going back and forth between interviews and other shit, so I wouldn't have the time to do all of that, but I can be in it.
But I would definitely be very interested in helping out and being like a co-organizer. And since I've been in both of them, I kind of know what is needed.
Yeah.
Off to Canva.
Oh,
to
and
create
Spence
a
will
new-
help too. Let's make a Discord group about it and get anyone involved who wants to be involved.
Yeah, we got like a week and a half till the end of the month, so get people involved and then do it for sometime in June.
If we do it all through June, we can release it like in the last week or something.
Yep.
So be like, sorry that it's last minute, but we're doing this thing.
So it wouldn't be queer organizing if it wasn't last minute. As somebody who's been an activist for a very long time.
Oh
I
my
wish it weren't
God.
true, but
Meadow, do you remember the story that I was going to do for Obey?
Yes.
It has to do with a gay couple that Senji has to discipline. And discipline in the worst way. I might actually be able to use that short story for it.
Nice.
I have to actually finish writing it, but
I have many gay couples. I will need to choose one.
because that would yeah, we could also mention it in streams. Yeah, and that's the thing, we would want to get as many people involved as possible so we can get the word out on multiple channels.
Yep, get it figured out. Use this week to get the word out, and
I may or may not be making an image in Canva to announce this right now.
I am. Let's get a sprint going so that I can make a Discord group. Hey, Chloe, you in?
Potentially, I will join the Discord group and we will go from there because, of course, my life is in turmoil right now. But
True.
potentially, yes.
if my turmoil life is in, you can do it too.
I mean, yeah, I will do my best. I will absolutely join the group.
Sweet. All right. And yeah, and let's try and see if we can get a lot of people involved. And I'm really interested in getting in some intersectionality. Because, as much as I love Pride Month and thinking of all the LGBT things, there's also like the LGBT Black things and the LGBT Asian things and all that other stuff that we we don't represent so much. All right. So I'm going to try and make a Discord group, and I will start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Jace, you're not muted.
Oh, sorry. And we are back. I would ask how people did in this sprint, but I kind of know. Because it's been kind of collaborative.
Collaborative sprints are the best sprints.
So once we nail down the specific details of it, I can make a TikTok about it and see if I can get people from there.
Sweet.
Because I've got 269 followers on TikTok right now, and most of them are writers. So I could hopefully get some people more.
Yeah, followers is one of the main reasons why I think it's better done through probably Charlie's channel. Because the followers, the subscribers that I have are all the same as Charlie's, plus Charlie has a lot more.
Right.
So I would not be reaching enough people.
We could all make a video about it, though, or like a small announcement type thing, and then just be like, hey, for the actual thing, we're going to go to Charlie's channel.
Yeah.
I'll watch yours and figure out how to make one of my own.
Yeah, I'll do one for Wednesday. My Tuesday video. I'll do an announcement of this there. I'll also make, because I'm in the mood to just do weird animated things and intros. I'll also make a Pride and Prejudice intro video that if anybody wants to use it, I'll just put it in the Discord for people to download. And if you like it, you can use it. If you don't, that's great.
Well, and I planned on doing my editing my vlog on Monday, so if I put that up Tuesday or Wednesday, I can say about it, and you can throw me the thumbnail or whatever, and I can throw that up.
Hey, Key.
And then
Oh, you had
Road 389. Oh yeah.
Man. Well, I hope it works though. The chemo.
Yeah, I hope that this round of chemo that you're not just this one that you just got today, or yesterday, I mean, but just this whole thing works and gets rid of your.
I need to bookmark this.
Also, it's okay, Key. No worries. You're good. Don't worry about forgetting about it.
We had the cooking and wrestling going on, so we made Devin happy. So
So, we're thinking about having it go live the last week of June.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was just going to put that on the Insta post because sooner we can start alerting people, the more people we can get to do it. And I'm really excited about this.
I'm trying to think about what story I would write because I have so many different gay relationships and stuff. I don't know which one I would choose.
Oh, hey, Ava. We have just decided to, like before last sprint, we came up with something to do for Pride. And we are going to do an audio anthology called Pride and Prejudice. And we all just got super excited about it. And we have a Discord for it now. And is there anyone in chat who would like to be added to the Discord? Oh, wait, I could just, if I remember how to do this.
0 to full throttle in 10 seconds on this thing.
Yeah, I am so excited about this. You have no idea. No,
all it takes is one word. Do it.
No, this is my coping with depression and experience. Anything that sparks joy, that's the thing I'm doing.
Yeah,
because joy is so hard to find, and yes. I'm not going to twist anybody's arms, but I'm definitely doing this.
Did I just type in an extra letter?
I'm going to save this image so that I can post it on my own social media, and then I can link your channel in the description of said social media.
Okay, I put the link to the Discord in chat. Yeah, No, the thing is, Charlie had asked, what was it, like 2-3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
What we could do for Pride, and I had no idea. And then that Spence came up with that title, and I matched it up with an anthology, and then the whole audio anthology that we were waiting for that hasn't happened came to mind, and it's like just pieces fell into line right.
Yeah, it was just like a, hey, how about this thing? Wait a minute. How about this thing? Okay, this thing is happening.
It was kismet.
Yeah.
It was. No, that's Ginny's character in my vampire game.
Okay, Jace, thought. Since you're the only one that would know what I'm referring
You're calling me a thought?
No, I'm saying I'll have that for you to listen to and give me your opinion on. Since you're the only one that would know what I'm talking about. What if I did a short story about the first time that Ambrose and Detective Bradshaw met and had their initial relationship?
Ooh, yes. 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 All the yes.
Because I kind of have it in my brain what goes on, but it's never talked about in the book, just that they've had a relationship in the past and it didn't work out.
And if you want to do something that points toward your work, all the better, because, you know, not only does it fit in with the audio anthology and entertain people, but it also is like an arrow pointing at your...
If you want to know about more about these characters, read my book when it comes out.
Mm-hmm. And Eva, yes, it is video stories just like Orla's anthology.
Yes, I did.
And anyone who wants to participate can. It is open to everyone who wants to celebrate Pride and not bash it. Which I don't see anyone in chat here who would be on the bashing side.
That would be really weird if they were watching this stream. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that
Especially
anybody who would be viewing your stream would be on the bashing side of gays.
It would be a very strange combo. Yes, poems can be a thing. Anything that is words read aloud according that fit in with the theme.
You don't like this one?
Do an ally poem. 100%.
I might enlist Jordan to narrate for me.
I love this one.
Cool.
I love that you're saying this while I'm like writing an announcement post and like, oh, I need to go back and add or poem to.
Just to make it like, because it's been rated, I think we should do this one plus it's.
I know you say you have a big, thick Scottish accent, CB, but I kind of live for the Scottish accent.
Yeah. Same.
And also, if you have watched the anthologies before, Orla has a big, thick Irish accent.
So wondering why Toby's in there?
A big
And
accent.
and what about Slice of Life? Yes. If you're asking if it can be, if you're asking if any questions that are, can this be a part of it? If it is Pride related, the answer is yes.
Can it be smut?
Well, okay.
As long as
No.
it's not against TOS.
Yeah. I mean,
Because you don't want to get your YouTube channel taken down.
Oh, no.
yeah, that is a thing because it is on your on your own YouTube channel. It's part of a playlist. We don't know anything what happened with Orla's third anthology. As far as what it's looking like is she just got way too busy and buried, and just because she took all the stuff down for it. So we do not know.
Yeah, it seems like she just got busy.
Hmm. She's been super, super busy. Which I am sorry for her for that. Or happy. I don't know. It could be a good thing.
Speaking of being busy, I finished editing a short story for the client I got from TikTok.
Hmm.
and got paid $58 for it. And she's scheduled for her next project on the 24th to send it to me to do in her novella.
Nice. All right. Well, since we're super excited and wow, I am so not going to be able to go to bed. Yeah, so I did drop the link for people to join the Discord. Oh, Megan has joined. Excellent. Yeah, anyone who wants to join the Discord to basically, if you're on the Discord, you know what's happening like day to day, as opposed to getting updates by video. So it's just, you don't have to be part of the Discord to be part of the anthology, but it does help you know scheduling and stuff.
Since it's so hard to do links in Instagram, I'm just putting DM me for a link.
Excellent.
to the Discord, because I don't know why. Well, I know why they don't let us do clickable links, because they want us to get over 1,000 subscribers and then make it all about the monies.
Mm-hmm.
Can you send me the picture? So DM me the picture so I can put it on.
Yes, I can do that.
I'm gonna throw it on the end of my blog because Discord don't let me save images.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
All right, we should probably do
Outros?
outros. Yes. Oh, bye, Charlie. Charlie with 2 E's.
Charlie in the chat, not Charlie on the screen.
Yeah. All right. So, outros. I am Jace Maxwell. I'm an author of urban fantasy, sci-fi, and soon to be an audio story for the Pride and Prejudice anthology. I am an editor for Rose City Editing at rosecityediting.com. And oh yeah, and I am apparently hosting karaoke next Sunday after Amber's stream, so probably at like 3. So I got to make that as well.
Add that to my list of things to do. Practice for karaoke.
You're gonna sing?
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe she will sing. All right. And I do Vampire the Masquerade game on Thursdays at noon. So join me. So let us move on to Amber. Uh-oh, Amber is frozen.
Yes, she is.
Let us move on to Charlie.
Hi, I'm currently feverishly typing an Instagram post. I'm also working on 2 stories for Vella and a whole bunch of other things. So definitely check out my channel. And yeah, bye.
Okay. I guess that's my turn then. Hi, I'm Meadow. I do writing streams on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm also an editor for Rose City Editing, and also key to address your comment that you put. Just email me either the email that you already have, or you can do our Rose City email. It's just rosecityeditingllc@gmail.com. Either one works, and let me know what you're looking for, and we can get started on that. I'm also going to be streaming Overwatch after this is over in about 30 minutes or so. So if you're interested in that and you just want to watch me play Overwatch with my friends, I'm going to be doing that. So yay. And I think that's it for now. I don't have anything else important to say. So yeah, that way, not this way.
Yeah, that is correct. It is to me. I am Chloe Alice Falcon, and I am a writer of paranormal romance, and also I stream my own shows. Whatever is kind of the schedule right now. It's weird, but I stream on Word Stitch Write-ins, and I also currently have a novella out for my Candy for Demons Demon Romance series The art copies are out for that. You can find them. The title is Abe's Summer Vacation, and it is available on both Story Origin and Booksprout. And I think that's everything for me right now.
All right. Now that my internet wants to work, I say I'm going to do something. It's like, oh, no, you're not.
Bitch, you thought.
This is why I've got to get a 100-foot cable so I can run it and not worry about Wi-Fi, because it wants to be Washington and rain every day. I don't know. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, whatever time that equals for you. Next Saturday, instead of being here, because I believe it overlaps, I'm not sure, I will be on the Writer's Workshop with the book of the month there. And this month's book is, are you actually going to write a book or just talk about it? So I read that last night, and I am trying to make myself get back into shape, so we will be vlogging again soon, but I will have edited the vlog for the move, and I'm trying to find the list so I can get those books sent out once I get money to you guys, because I finally found the books. And hopefully Chloe will get with me sometime, or any other author, and we will get season 2 of the Afterthought podcast started up soon. So
I absolutely will. I had to take this week off because of Dying Cat, who is miraculously saved. But yes, that is on my list for this week.
I'm just gonna keep reminding you.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
I realized,
and then everything fell apart this week.
I realized life is hectic and crazy, so
yeah.
I get it. And I think that's all I got.
Sweet. Sorry, I am editing post. All right, so that is that. We will catch you tomorrow on Amber's channel. Excuse me. For sprints there. And thank you for coming, and I'm excited AF. So catch you next week. Bye.